Alright, YouTube, here's where I'm at now with this bathroom. As you can see, a couple hours later, I just gutted. I convinced the owner just to rip everything out of here. All these layers of flooring, start all over. So what he's going to do with this floor is he's not going to do vinyl in here now. I'm going to put down some tile board and which will actually make it easier for me later on to level this off. That plywood's going to come off. He's actually going to buy a full sheet of plywood so I could fill in this hole. Has to be 1 inch of plywood in there instead of putting all little pieces, because I try to tell him. I mean, it really wouldn't matter too much if you're putting like 1/2 inch tile board over all this, if you patched it in like this, but I'd rather have one solid piece of wood in here. You know what I mean? 1 inch thick, obviously. This is two 1/2 inch boards. So, what I'll do before I put my tile board down, anything that's uneven or anything here, I'll go over this whole surface with some tile mortar first. Let it get hard as a rock. You know what I mean? Then the next day, I'll come in and I'll start laying in my 1/2 inch tile board. Of course, this here and this doorway here where the carpet is, because I'm gonna he's gonna do pretty sure he's gonna do vinyl here. He's not sure yet, but he might carpet, which he might want me to carpet this, so we might carpet this whole area here and to this doorway here, and then this room and this room here, the 2 bedrooms and the little tiny walkway between the bedrooms, closets and all this will be vinyl plank flooring. You know what I mean? The carpet will I'll have to put a carpet strip in here, and the carpet will just run into the kitchen here. Change this carpet strip out here. That's the way he wants to go, because there's tenants. He already showed this apartment, and it's an existing tenant that actually lives in these condos, but they live above. This is actually, there's another apartment above this one. There's stairs. Okay, you have a door here, and behind this wall here, I don't know if you get to see it. Oh yeah, you could kind of see that little piece of angle wall. Well, right on the side of this door, to the right, there's another door. Behind this hallway is stairs here that go up to the 2nd floor. So it's like almost the same apartment as this, but that's where we're going. That's the way he wants to do this now. It's tileless floor, so I'm going to put ceramic tiles in here. This cabinet's coming out of here, which I'm going to do next. Rip this cabinet out of here, and I'm just going to tile the whole complete floor underneath the cabinet and everything, which I highly recommend to people. That's the way you want to do stuff. You know what I mean? Don't cut corners. If you have cabinets that look like this, I mean, these cabinets are old cabinets. Get rid of it. Tile the whole floor underneath the cabinet, all underneath it here. That way, later on down the line, you got to change any sinks or cabinets. You know, something else like that happens 5 or 6 years down the line. These tenants flood the bathroom and destroy your cabinets. Then at least you have tile under this cabinet, all the way to this corner of the wall down here. You know, all the way back. Tile all that. Like I said, then if you ever change a cabinet and you put a smaller sink in here or a bigger sink in here, whatever. Obviously, if you're going to go from this size to smaller, and you tile and you cut your tiles around the base of the sink, then guess what? When you go change the sink out later on, or another sink that you put in here, and they don't have that size, and you got to get a smaller one, then you're going to have a hole in the floor, and you're going to have to patch that in. So best thing to do, cut everything out of your bathroom, especially bathrooms. They're so small. Take everything out of something little bathroom like this, tile the whole entire floor like I'm going to do, and then you put everything back brand new again. That's what I do. That's what I do with a lot of. I just did a bathroom a couple of weeks ago. Put all new sinks. Took one big long 6-foot sink out. I don't know if I have a video of that. I have pictures of that on my Facebook, but before and after pictures. Actually, I have to go to that person's house tonight after I leave here because their daughter just got her license and their son ran over the light pole a few months ago, so they ordered a new light pole. I put the light pole, I put a new light in the front of their driveway because their 17-year-old son took that pole out a couple of months ago. So I put in, like I said, I put it in a brand new light pole, everything, fixture, rewired it all, buried it in 2 feet of concrete, and the daughter just got her license a month ago, and you know, took out the same light pole. It's laying on the ground again. So I gotta go take a look at that and see what it's gonna take to. I'm sure I could bury the concrete and the pole back in the ground. I don't know how much damage she did to the pole, but I might be able to trim the top of the pole down a little bit. Because she said the top of the pole is bent, and you can't fit the light fixture back on. I'm sure she destroyed the light fixture on the top of the pole. I guess that's broken too. So she's going to order a new light fixture. Then I'm just going to have to just trim a few inches off of the top of the pole. And then put a new light fixture on there. Then I'll just repaint it or something. Because I actually painted it was a brand new light pole, but it was black. And she wanted it. And the light kit that went on top was a bronze color. Like a dark bronze. So I had her get some good Rust-Oleum spray paint. And I spray painted that post already bronze. So the pole and everything all matched in the light kit. So I'll just have to repaint it. We still have some more spray paint over there from when I did it the last time. It's enough to touch up the little spots on it. But yeah, here's where I'm at with this. So this is my next thing. I'm about to tear this cabinet out right now. So let me get my sawzall out of here. Coffee cup. It's probably got a ton. I'm probably drinking freaking dust from the bathroom. I don't think too much dust is gonna get in there, but all right. First thing you want to do is turn the faucet on. These are probably gonna get all replaced under here too. Oh, people love tape here. They tape the freaking hole. Well, I'm gonna patch up all these holes in the wall. Okay. That's more garbage. The tenants left in here. As you can see, this thing is freaking a mess. Look at this. Look at this, guys. See how loose that is? This sink's not even. Look at this. This is what tenants do. I could lift the whole freaking sink right out of the counter right now. Alright, so. Oh, shit. Tighten that. So that's what I'm going to do first. Now I'm going to do this one-handed. Just to show you how simple this is. Okay. Unscrew that. And I'm holding my phone while I'm doing it too at the same time. Alright, so shit. I don't know if I'm gonna disconnect this yet. Because all the valves in this freaking apartment are shot. As you can see. See that drip? Okay. So guess what? What you gotta do now is I gotta take this sink out. It's gonna drip a little bit of water for a second, but I'm gonna what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna reconnect the and then you take these supply lines off. Oh my god, and they're so freaking rusty. Okay. You hear the water coming? Oh, let me close this valve. Doesn't matter. Water. I mean, you're not gonna do much more water damage. Now, if you're working in a nice house, make sure all the water's off tight before you drip a little bit water and stuff. But and as you can see, what I was saying about them tiny little pliers before in my other video. That's why I don't like the Milwaukee pliers. You see this nub where the handle is? I'm even having a hard time. Those Milwaukee pliers wouldn't even work in here. Oh, and look at how, I don't know if you can see. I'll show you in a minute when I pull the sink out. But it's really not, none of this stuff is really hard or complicated. Okay, there's that. Of course, as you see, a little bit of water is going to drip out. That's from the faucet. Alright, now, there it is. There, you see how easy that was? It took me 2 minutes. Alright, this sink is going to go in the garbage. Oh, jeez, nice. You see? Look at that. Here. Look at that beautiful surprise we got here, guys. Here, let me grab another pair of pliers here. You can take this thing off. Now, this is freaking nasty. Nasty. Oh, it's not even. So what happened was, if you see, look how rotten the pipe is there. There was no stopper in here. Okay? You have this bar through there with no stopper on it. All this nastiness that I'm gonna pull out now. Look at that. Look at this. This is what I do, guys. You got a freaking bobby pin in there. You got a thimble in there. And you got a big freaking slopper here. Alright. Okay, so here we go. Look at that faucet. Look at this. As you see, oh, shit. Okay, back to my video. That sucked. Because I cannot shut the main off here because it's connected to every friggin' apartment in this building. But if you see all that water down there, I did it pretty quick. So luckily, didn't do no damage. But when I went to shut that stupid valve off right here, see, I gotta have the faucet connected in there, because that valve doesn't, that shut off valve right there doesn't shut off. It spins, and it literally, when I went to shut it off, it literally spun all the way around. So the packing in there is no good. And I had to disconnect this, put my phone over here. Hopefully it don't fall down there in the puddle. I literally had to disconnect this freaking faucet from the sink real quick and put it back on here. Because this is the only, if you ever run into that where you're taking a sink off, have the faucet ready. Make sure you're quick as I am. Because I literally just popped this thing right off of the freaking sink in less than a minute. And screwed it back on here. Alright, that's tight enough. Now I'm just gonna let that faucet sit right there. Because like I said, I can't shut off the main to this building. It's all the way on the other side of the building. If I shut the main off, people aren't going to have water for a half hour. Then I got to knock on. These are the things you run into. But I got it. A little bit of water in there. Let me grab a mop. Clean that up. There's only a garage. There's no apartment. Come on. Freaking door. Okay. Soak that up. Look at this. Thank God the whole bottom of this freaking sink is all caved in here. But I'm not gonna pause my videos like other guys would. You know what I mean? So they don't show you the mistakes and the stuff that happens. This is what happens, guys. This is the reality of doing stuff like this. So I'm gonna keep that in the video. I'm not gonna cut it out and make it look like, you know what I mean? You're professional or not professional. Whatever. Oh shit. You're professional or not professional. Let me tell you something. I don't care how long you've been doing stuff and how professional you are. You're not gonna know something like that is gonna happen until you go to shut the damn valve off and take the sink out, and you have freaking the valve don't shut off. Jesus Christ. And as you see, the precaution I took first was I shut the sink off. I ran the faucet. That's why I ran the faucet. Now, you seen I ran that faucet. And then I shut the valves off, okay? It doesn't even matter. I ran the sink, shut those faucets off down here, shut this off, shut that off. There was barely any, it was dripping, okay? Now, because the freaking thing was dripping, I figured I could give that thing a tiny little bit of a turn and shut it off all the way. Didn't happen. I gave that thing a tiny little bit of turn, and the freaking the packing in there, the rubber in there that stops the water was just deteriorated enough. As I gave it a tiny turn, the whole thing started breaking apart. So I ran in here really quick. As you can see, I took these two in less than a minute. It took me. I took these two nuts and flanges, which I gotta save. I gotta find the other nut now. Throw them in this drawer so I know where they are. I gotta find the other nut here. But I took that faucet off like in literally 30 seconds and attached it on there. I mean, the water wasn't coming out too bad, but it was coming out. I work fast, as you can see. I got the freaking faucet on there. Stop the leak. Anybody else would have just not known what to do. Believe me, I've seen people do the same thing. And listen, if you go to turn a faucet in the shut off position and you see more coming out than a drip, stop immediately. The packing's no good. Oh, there's the other bolt. Okay, I'm going to leave it right on there. The other bolt is right here on the faucet, so I didn't lose it. Okay. This whole thing, this cabinet's, like I said, this cabinet's got to go. I'm going to pull this cabinet out now. Ah, this is going to be fun. This is going to be fun. Because now, this freaking tape, I don't know why they put freaking tape on here. What do they do? Put painter's tape to stop a leak? Alright. This is a mess. So now, there's the screws. Here's one here. Now you find your screws. Okay, there's another one up there. And there's only 2 screws holding this cabinet in. Alright. I'm gonna show you guys. I'm gonna just do this all one-handed while I'm holding my phone. Hold on. That way I can continue my video. I don't have a camera guy. I'm not a professional YouTuber yet. Try to hit the start if you can. Okay. See how I did that? We're doing kind of, I mean, no matter what, I gotta fix all of this on the wall and rejoin compound all this, clean it up, get them nice and smooth, so it's not gonna matter. Alright, let me see. Here's the trick. Let me find, I'm looking on the wall here. My video's still going here. Usually, we'll say 16 inches from the corner. Somewhere over here. You never know though. Doesn't even sound like there's a stud in this wall. Alright, so what I'm going to do is... See that? There we go. Okay. Fold that over. Look at it only gets better from here. Look at this. Laminate. Whole laminate came right off the countertop with this. That's from years of freaking water damage. That's why they put out it. Look at how they glued this. Alright. There's that. You see all that caulk on here? They freaking caulked it. They put tons and tons of caulk to cover up the water damage. Now this, as you can see, look at that. I mean, sometimes my job's not that hard because obviously not a bit of glue. Oh yeah, okay. I'll give them credit. Look at this stuff. Look at that. They put 3 gigantic freaking screws in one corner of the countertop. Totally missed. If you could see, look at that. They got one. Totally missed except for one screw. So the only screw that was hitting was one of these big ones here. Alright. It's always an adventure. Oh. Here. Throw that right there for now. Okay. Here we go. What is that there? It's a number 2. Come back over here. Take my spax bit out. I need a number 2. Or number 3. That's a number 3. Sorry. Get a number 3 Milwaukee bit. If the guy that's watching the Milwaukee bit review that tried to say Milwaukee bits suck, he's the one time. This one's probably not even hitting anything. You see how I did that? Don't go full blast. Little trigger squeezes and your screws will come out easier. Now watch, the whole back of this cabinet, another thing I know. The whole back of this cabinet, there's another screw down there too. But I'm not going to take that screw out. The whole back of this cabinet, when I pull this cabinet, that whole back is going to come right off. Watch this. Oh, guess what? I lied. The whole back of the cabinet didn't come off. That's how rotted this cabinet. The whole front of the cabinet came off. The whole front. Oh yeah, see that? They did a little. Repair here. They only glued it on there. There we go. That's how you do it. Where's that mop? Hold on, guys. I have to put you down for a second. Mop this water up here. Not that bad. Could be worse. Could be worse.